Yo! Video games.
Find a key.
Nice. Oh, here. The bridge. We have to get there. Oh.
Is that a key?
Or is it, oh, it's a
Oh, it's a hook to... Whoa.
cross.
I have the bridge.
This is gonna be a puzzle to solve.
Just kick that off the way.
Left, down, left. Oh, wow, you can just kick them off the... Whatever.
Open up.
Wait, there's a gem roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
to
at
get the
that.
diamond, yeah. Oh.
Look at that later.
Maybe you can hook to it?
Oh wait, that's a key. I can't. You can go try it if you want. Grab the hook shot.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Oh yeah, since I don't have the.
Put your hands down.
I don't need no. Oh, sorry.
Oh, some of the key takes up the entire inventory spot.
Yeah,
I
you
see.
get one inventory spot.
Hey.
Oh, shit! This game is actually really fucking clever for, you know...
2 players.
Yeah, for like a co-op
You
experience.
can play with your little brother and shit.
I can see this being pretty fucking impressive for Mikami's like first game.
Oh my god, imagine if Resident Evil played, like, 2-player co-op.
Well, they did it, Steve. It's called Resident Evil 0.
No, but you remember the guy that his second project right after this was fucking Resident Evil 1. Imagine Resident Evil 1. He just used the same mechanics as this and was like, okay, let's have 2 players at the same time in the fucking mansion.
I don't think the PlayStation 1 was being capable of that.
There are a lot of limitations that thing could have handled it.
Considering how RE1 looks, yes.
Mm-hmm. Damn,
Just
get
hold it
me.
down. You can't tap it.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah, man. I just played Resident Evil 5 with Tiffany Lockhart the other day.
It's a legit amazing co-op game.
So much fucking fun, man.
We always have fun playing it.
And you know what's funny?
Oh god.
Get fucked, Kenny.
That did not work out as planned.
You know what's funny? I have the color mod that you have.
Oh yeah.
It's so fucking pretty when it's like
way
that.
better.
It's so much.
So
like,
you actually
The game's
play it
not
on
all
PC?
green.
yeah, we played on PC together. That shit was so much fun, man. I just like, dude, we only played one level, but it was like, it just reminded me of how much fun the game is now. We're gonna need that thing. Woo, just missed. Man, all of these remakes, you know, Resident Evil 3 remake and, you know, RE Nemesis remake, and now Part 4 coming out remake. I can't wait for Part 5. I think Part 5 remake is
Oh, Part 5 getting a remake?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna happen. If they're doing all remakes of pretty much everything, it's gonna happen. But I'm very
That's a good question. Would they remake RE5?
like
It sold really well.
it seems strange to me that they're remaking 4 before they remake 1.
Yeah, they did remake one.
one.
They remade
But
one.
it's a masterpiece.
The GameCube game.
Yeah, the
Remade it
GameCube
like
one.
11,000 times.
Damn.
And it's a masterpiece.
That was remade literally only a few years after the first one came out.
Look at that.
Okay. What did you guys think of Resident Evil 0 though?
That game fucking sucks.
Ouch.
It's pretty.
It's a beautiful game, but it's about as good as Code Veronica, dude. It's rough to play, man. The best thing you can do with Resident Evil 0 is play through the beginning train sequence and then just stop. Just stop.
But the lore, Max, the lore.
No, dude, none of the lore in that shit is interesting. It's a bunch of sentient slugs. That's literally the lore.
What the fuck?
It's a bunch of slugs that come to life and can shapeshift.
Nice.
That's the fucking story.
Fuck.
Oh, we need 2 grappling hooks.
You do.
What's worse, Code Veronica or Zero Chat?
Stuff.
Oh, that's a tough one. I think they're
There's
both
another grappling hook back where we came from.
they're both very cumbersome to get through. Code Veronica to me is like it has all the foundation of a Resident Evil game, but probably
Wow.
done in the most unfun way.
Chat unanimously says
I
0.
used it. Once I
Yeah,
used
but
it,
Zero is just insanely annoying.
Fine way.
Like one of the most annoying fucking games to play ever. I'm so glad it's over.
I'm so glad it's over when you beat
And
it.
they took away the.
What?
It was the fucking.
There's no item box.
No item box.
No item box.
You
Yes,
had
you
to
can literally
shit
throw
on the
items
floor.
on the floor.
That's iconic though.
Well, it is, but they were like, fuck that, you can just drop items now. So all it leads to is like areas where you just drop all your shit on the floor everywhere.
Crazy backtracking.
And you go to the lobby and there's just like Christmas. And you just have to manage that.
It's funny.
And then there's the co-op part, which is not even co-op. It's like you have to manage an AI partner.
Ugh, well, that's the frustration
And you switch
of 5.
between both of them, and that's super fucking frustrating.
Yeah,
and
that's the frustrating thing of 5. Is if you use an AI, manage the floor. Well, I mean, if you put it in a neat way, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like
But
you
at
put
least
like,
a lot of backtracking.
so, for example, Resident Evil 0 is a beautiful game that its core mechanics just lead it to be not a lot of fun and kind of frustrating. While Resident Evil Code Veronica is 100% still a Resident Evil game and has an interesting setting and okay characters, I guess, and some cool moments. But it's a Resident Evil game that just ignores what makes all the other Resident Evil games actually good. It completely fucking ignores it. It's like Resident Evil game, but it's not designed where they're just like, it's like somebody goes like, oh, I know how to make a Resident Evil game. You just have doors and backtracking and keys, and you just get new shit and you do that.
Yeah.
That's it. Without actually thinking of the game design of what made RE2,
This is like a lazy
RE1.
version of
Do I
it.
need to go to the
It
game? Oh.
really is like
Wow.
that. So when you play Code Veronica again, it is insanely fucking tedious.
Yeah.
It's just like you're always backtracking. You're always just repeating shit. Monsters approach you from the weirdest fucking angles that it's just like, why is this happening?
Damn.
I can imagine them remaking Code Veronica.
It would probably be a good idea,
Yeah.
but here's my argument for Simmons of why they won't. You don't remake games that were okay, or games that sold only a bit, right?
I would
You
remake a game. I would remake
are-
a game and make it better.
Sure,
Yeah.
you would think that.
Yeah,
As
I
a
would
consumer, you would think that.
Yeah.
That, Code Veronica and RE0 are probably the 2 Resident Evils you should remake because we can make those games good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
I
a
would be
sound way of thinking, and I've heard that argument from several Resident Evil fans.
Yeah.
That will never fucking happen. Reason it won't is because there is no guarantee of return investment. Because you're essentially remaking a game that is lukewarm as fuck, and telling people, hey, it's not gonna be lukewarm anymore. Aren't you excited? I mean, no, like, because what's gonna happen for all the people that are lukewarm as fuck on Code Veronica? You tell them, hey, we're remaking Code Veronica.
Fuck. Sorry.
The answer from most people is gonna be, why? That one sucks. Like, nobody, very few people love that game, you know?
Yeah.
Instead, you're like, hey, we're gonna remake Resident Evil 4. Oh, I love that game. Oh, fuck it, yeah, Resident Evil 4, fucking Leon and shit. Oh, we're making Resident Evil 2. Oh, God, Resident Evil 2. Oh, yeah, shit, fucking great. That's somebody happening. Resident Evil 3. Oh, Nemesis. Oh, man, okay, yeah, it's just gonna be great.
Yeah.
Right, you see what I mean? You need the inherent,
Nice. There we go.
fan excitement to pilot that shit forward.
But here's the problem with that is that people get scared that they'll ruin the fucking game. You know?
Don't
what I
worry.
mean? Yeah.
The amount of people that are scared that it can be ruined is nowhere near the insane amount of people that are
That are gonna be
super
like,
fucking
excited.
excited just to have Resident Evil 4 come back. Nowhere near it.
We're going crazy over
This
that
is a
shit.
cool game, and this would be cool to see 2 people speedrun. This would be a good, cool. I bet you there'd be like a guy in AGDQ that does this by himself.
Like a
and
co-op,
speedruns.
yeah, like a single, one person, 2 controller.
Yeah.
So, spoil me now. Was Wesker in 0 at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But he wasn't like
he
a
was a
major
big part of Code Veronica as well. He's like the main bad guy.
Yeah, I remember him in Code Veronica, but I have no idea if he was like a big thing.
it was a little bit.
Yeah, how do you sell something that's like how do you market something that's lukewarm like
Exactly.
Zero and
It's
stuff like
risky
that,
as
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Like, why would you remake it? You're only gonna remake the things that are super beloved.
It worked.
Can you just bust open the wall?
I
Well, because
did.
there's another broken glass over there. That we can
But the thing is though is that it's the name alone because of the fact that the others were so successful
Sure.
that you could probably bank off of
Shit.
that.
No, yeah, I'm not saying those games would be bad. Honestly, yes, in a consumer's mind, the games you should be remaking are the ones that you could make better.
Yeah.
That's one
And
of
that
the
is
ones
Resident
that-
Evil Code Veronica. It's like the perfect example of
I
like,
think
yeah,
it's- yeah, like-
you can turn Code Veronica into a pretty badass game.
Yeah.
Like a pretty fucking great Resident Evil game. With just some minor
I guess
changes.
not.
But
There's a crack there.
they're not gonna do that. They're very unlikely that they're gonna spend all their money remaking games that they know they're gonna get a big return on.
But I'm gonna say that it'll depend on how well
Oh shit! Like a push this
4
guy.
makes, because this will be the last of the remakes of the good games. To be honest,
Maybe, yeah.
if Resident Evil 4 is very successful, then they will
Fuck.
then they will go with Veronica and Zero, I think. Which makes sense.
I don't think they're ever gonna make Zero. Code Veronica is very unlikely.
If-ish. If the others are successful, I see Capcom trying to milk it. You know? That's what I say. Because it's like, at that point, it's like, why not?
Nintendo
Because it
remade
costs so much
Nintendo
time
remade
and money
Metroid 2.
to
Chad, that's not a
remake a
budget.
game.
That's not a big budget game.
That was not that hot of a seller to begin with.
Yeah, Metroid 2 Return to Samus remake was not it was a fucking mobile game. Literally. It was a 3DS game.
Did the remakes not sell well?
Of the Samus Returns?
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the
Resident Evils?
Yeah.
Oh, all the remakes have sold well.
Yeah, exactly.
Resident Evil 3 remake, even though it had some issues,
Yeah, you
obviously,
didn't
right?
like it. Yeah.
Sold pretty good. Sold just fine.
Yeah.
Didn't sell as good as the others, but RE2 remake is one of the best-selling Resident Evil games there is. And the original Resident Evil remake has been ported so much that it's a huge seller too.
Yeah, so there you go. There's probably a good chance.
And they're all big-budget games.
You don't really need the light.
I don't think it's gonna happen because games are just costing more and more and more and more to make.
Yeah.
So you gotta sit there and think like, okay, did this game ever sell well? No.
Yeah, and to be frank, Metroid, if you chat uses Metroid 2 remake as an example, then Nintendo didn't even make it. They just outsourced it to a developer that probably needed the work at the time, which was, the guys that made the latest one, Mercury Steam.
What is?
So that probably cost them nothing.
What is the next in-house Capcom game?
Me and Simmons had this conversation. It is Monster Hunter Sunbreak.
Right.
And that's it. It's very weird. There's no Capcom games announced except Pragmata.
The hell's the company doing, dude?
I don't know. They're doing stuff. We know they're
like, how are they
we know they're
making
making
money?
shit.
Like, you are a game company. How are you making money?
We
if
know
you don't
they're
have
making
games?
shit, but they put out a whole bunch of games in the first 4 months of this year, but it feels like they haven't done a lot since then.
Yeah.
Because they haven't.
There you go.
I can understand you're selling merch and stuff like that. There's the fucking Capcom Netflix series that came out. So you're
That's not
probably
related. That's just licensing. Like,
Yeah,
that
but
doesn't
they're
make
making
them
money off
that makes them money, but not that much money.
Yeah.
Somebody said RE4 remake is being made in house. It is now. Yes, the last rumor is that RE4 remake was made by the same dudes that made RE3, and the latest rumors were that everything changed.
Okay, that's good.
That it was a good sign.
Yeah.
But it just means that that's how much later RE4 is going to come out. That
Hey,
potentially
the
other
longer the
developers
better.
are
That
gonna do.
means they're actually working hard on it and stuff like that. you know?
Yeah,
I was gonna say that.
that was part of the Dusk leaks.
I was gonna say that.
You get the other turn.
The money that they're making off of the Resident Evil, the CGI series or whatever like that.
I would have loved
So
this game if I
are
had
they
played it as a
are
kid.
they only got like a check for it and that's it? You know, what I mean? Or are they making actual?
Well, no, they just paid the licensing for it.
Yeah.
Like that, you get to make a Resident Evil movie. Here's how much it'll cost you.
Yeah.
Not to make the movie, but to even use Resident
Use
Evil
our
characters.
It's still an interesting question of like, what the fuck are they gonna have come out in 2002?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, what comes out next year outside of a Monster Hunter expansion? Like what? And it's like maybe Pragmata comes out. I don't know.
It's a big secret.
But we haven't seen anything of that game for literally like almost 2 years.
Last one.
Dig to
Damn,
the center of
Kenny
the
had to.
All right.
It had to be all Douglas.
Hey. All Douglas. Fuck.
Douglas to Ruggish.
Maybe RE8 DLC. Maybe.
Ooh, yeah, we're waiting on that. You know.
That's it.
Maybe they might release some like old fucking like re-release some old stuff. You know, like an old fighting game and shit. You know, Capcom vs SNK Online or something.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Tank it.
I think we'd have to start a whole new hashtag for that, Steve.
Fuck!
You go. Better than just.
Yeah, if there's a Dragon's Dogma 2, that's a big game. It's a big, expensive game. Making a Dragon's Dogma in like the RE engine, that's a big, expensive game, man.
There's a crack on the wall.
Go,
Yeah.
What the hell?
Shit. Money.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6, but
Not anytime soon.
haven't heard anything about that game in a very long fucking time. The last thing we heard about it was not good.
Not anytime soon.
I'll grab the.
Capcom's fighting game division is clearing, is clearing the road with
What?
Street Fighter V ending, but in terms of what actually is going to be produced
Shit.
after that, it's I don't know, man.
You bitch. Oh, wow.
Oh wow, splash damage got me.
damage.
Yeah.
What did we hear? The last thing we heard about Street Fighter 6 is that it was not going well. That was from a Resident Evil leaker talked about it like a year and a half ago. That the game had been delayed a
There's
lot,
a key.
and it's just
And there's
it's not
a
going
link.
well.
Use it, bitch. Use it.
Trying.
Why? Why?
There it is. Wow, it just wouldn't come on. Fucking ring the bell.
Ugh.
What does the bell do?
Yeah, that's helping.
Yeah, what came out for Capcom this year? They put out Ghosts and Goblins,
Ace Attorney and Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Ace Attorney. Yeah, they actually put out a shit ton. Ace Attorney, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Ghosts and Goblins,
bitch.
Monster Hunter Rise, and Resident Evil 8. That's a lot of shit. They just front loaded the fuck out of this year is what they did, because that all came out in the first 6 months. And there hasn't been anything else. No announcements of
shit.
anything even, except Monster Hunter.
Damn.
It's actually a shit ton of stuff.
Next year's all kind of like, what are we doing?
Yeah, next year's a big mystery. So I think Capcom, their financials were actually super good this year. And I think there was even mention in their financials that, like, you know, there's going to be a lull. They usually have to say that.
I think things are gonna start looking good now that Inafune and Ono are gone. You know? Like things are gonna start looking.
Well, for the fighting game division, potentially Ono being gone could maybe allow things to actually happen.
Nope.
That's kind of like a curse, man. They got Inafune and Ono, the two most like guys that just fucked a lot of shit up. All through the
Correct
lifespan
order.
of
They
that
made
shit.
stuff happen, but they also did
Yeah.
open. Huge
Max is fucking.
You guys saw Nope. I saw
Nope.
Pino.
I'm
I'm out of here.
delicious. Eon.
Hit
Hit it again. Hit it again. There you go. Okay.
And that's true. Ghosts and Goblins came kind of out of nowhere and was practically like, his release date was super
bitch.
So
soon.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to what Capcom's gonna make too. I wanted some fucking dope Capcom fighting games. I want.
Ow!
You know what I want?
Alright.
I just want
Somebody said,
everyone.
"Fuck you."
I want
Fuck
everyone to
you
be
and your bell.
super fucking hyped about a Capcom fighting game again. It's been very weird for almost all the Capcom fighting games that have existed, that have come out as new games since fucking Street Fighter Cross Tekken, have all pissed people off. It's been a fucking decade of Capcom fighting games like releasing, and people are
get that.
pissed. Everyone
get
hates
that.
this shit, and Capcom sucks. You know,
Oh shit.
it hurts.
Called them.
Shit hurts. These guys these guys have my favorite characters for fighting games and shit. And granted, we loved MVCI, but not a lot of people did. So I don't blame people for not fucking liking MVCI. I really don't.
The gameplay was there.
Yeah, well, obviously, if gameplay sold games, then a lot of games would be much better sellers than what they are. Like the whole gimmick of like gameplay is king doesn't translate to money in.
We need another grapple hook.
Grapple hook?
Yeah.
Only two of them, yeah.
I have the key. Someone else needs the grapple hook. You motherfucker.
Oh god.
Keep ringing that bell.
Find a grapple hook somewhere. Bitch.
Yeah, if gameplay moved games, that'd be amazing.
It
But
doesn't.
it doesn't, unfortunately.
Right. I'm just a little kind
Oh
of.
my god, can you imagine they turned Street Fighter 6 into a live service game?
There we go.
I mean,
grab it.
to be completely honest, I would be super
What the fuck?
fucking
I
down.
gotta go open
You would be down for that?
Let me finish. If Street Fighter 6 was a free-to-play game, and had like a season pass model.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of the games that you know about now. I'd be super fucking down for that if they actually finally made a big budget but free to play release fighting game.
Fuck.
And then expand the roster and shit like that.
Why.
Monetize differently. Monetize off costumes
Fucking
and effects
hell.
and shit.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
The problem with fighting games is accessibility. It literally is the big issue. Dead or Alive style? I don't know if... Well, potentially, right? I don't know. Dead or Alive 6 did not launch with that shit. Dead or Alive 5 did not launch with that shit. Where they, like, launched the whole game is free, and you essentially are able to, like, monetize the game through costumes and cosmetics and shit like that. Killer Instinct did it sorta. Right? Not entirely. The Killer Instinct wasn't completely
So you
free.
can stun him off.
Rotating
knock him
character,
off.
that's different.
Oh, I can go past it.
We're talking like a game from the ground up that is designed to be completely fucking free. Characters are free and shit, right? But you make money off their cosmetics. The way Warzone... The way every hugely popular game out there exists, right? Everything is free to play now. You'll make... And if it's good, a ton of people will chime in and play it and download it and possibly buy costumes and shit. Yeah, Dota, whatever.
Whatever.
But it's risky. That's the problem. Is that it is fucking... That shit is risky. Risky to spend all this money on a fighting game, which is already a risky venture, and make it free to play.
When it comes to fighting games, it's kind of hard to have a for sure thing.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, do it.
Fuck.
Oh, that's it for me.
Ah!
Oh god.
Oh my god.
You don't know why they would do
Oh,
that?
dead.
Chat, just wait for the moment when the next big fighting game comes out and it's completely free to play, like I'm saying.
Wow.
Oh god.
And it has a very popular
Is it over yet?
franchise. Has a very popular franchise attached to it, and it is insanely successful. Just wait,
Wow.
and then all fighting games will eventually fucking change.
Jesus Christ.
Fortnite is kind of doing it.
No, Fortnite's been doing it.
Yeah.
Warzone does it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't consider Fortnite live service, but it kind of is, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely is.
Definition.
Well, there you go. That is the good example of a game that does it right. Oh, he caught it!
Counter.
Oh,
Bitch.
He can't be looking at you. Oh wow, no.
Yeah, the first one is most likely going to be.
Come here, you fucking pop.
The first one is most likely
Slap.
going to be League of Fighters, the League of Legends fighting game. If the game's good, then holy shit, get ready for it to
I
happen.
got it.
Boss.
And to me, Street Fighter is like the perfect franchise to do it with. It really fucking is, dude. Killer Instinct is also a perfect franchise to do it with if there was a new KI, you know? Make it your Microsoft sort of like free on Game Pass kind of thing. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, you gotta get him on the floor.
But people like are so used to spending $60 for a fighting
fuck?
game that barely has any content.
I started with Street Fighter 5.
100%, dude. People for some reason are attached that our fighting game needs to be full price and not have that much to do, which is essentially what Guilty Gear had.
Bitch.
Come on, Sims, you got this.
Ow.
Last one. Just focus on one.
Minus.
Virtua
Oh,
Fighter
my
5
God.
was basically free on PlayStation? Yes, and guess what? Guess what the game being free on PlayStation is possibly doing? Convincing Sega to make a Virtua Fighter 6. The likelihood of that happening now is extremely likely. Because a lot of people just downloaded Virtua Fighter 5. Not even shitting you. Virtua Fighter going free on PlayStation might be the reason we're getting Virtua Fighter 6 now. According to the Harada interview. Kind of a cool boss.
Oh my god.
This is like a two-player Zelda.
Much.
Two-player
much
Link to
is.
the past.
Virtua Fighter 5 did it, but where's the player base now? Who gives a shit?
Ooh,
Who gives a shit where the player base is? We're talking about sales. We're not talking about tournaments.
this does have the RE stuff. You have to backtrack a little bit. We had to
True.
backtrack to get the
This
fucking keys.
motherfucker!
They had to backtrack to get keys.
Yeah,
That's
backtrack
funny.
to get a key, backtrack to get the thing that we need for the key.
If enough people bought Virtua Fighter and the costumes for them to be like, hey, we sold a lot of costumes and shit. The game was free, but hey, look how many people downloaded, look how many costumes they bought. Sega goes, well, fuck. I don't think they give a shit how many people
Alright,
are
I'll
packing
give it a
tournament brackets.
Okay. Shit.
Do sales of 0% count? Well, Virtua Fighter did sell things. Sold costumes. And if your question is, if 10 million people download a free game, does that count? 1000% yes. Fucking yes. Because guess what? Interest is interest. And if enough people downloaded that shit, then yeah, that's a big fucking deal. Even if it is free, that's a big fucking deal. Think of now that people scream, my game is free to play, just play it, and just wish people would play it. It's a big deal to get some giant numbers, like
Jesus.
millions of downloads, even if the
Damn.
game was free.
I'm not really sure what to do once that shit is happening.
Fuck your head.
Because you had to start thinking of other things like, oh, does Warzone make any
Let's
does
go.
Warzone make any money because it is that's also free too? Oh, it certainly does. Certainly does. Even if you monetize 10% of those people, even if you monetize 10%,
Oh, yeah.
shit,
Exactly.
you're going to be doing very well.
Pirate King. His throne he'll sit on it, he'll sing. It's gonna be the pirates. Yo ho ho, we took a bite of gum gum.
And a ho 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 and a hoo hoo hoo.
Yeah, that's literally how League of Legends got big. It's free, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And then, oh, you hooked somebody. And the chance, here's the thing. It's
First
free,
one's
I'll
free.
try it, and then you try it, and the thing is, over time, you spend more money than the full price of the game.
That's how Apex works.
That's how everything works. And is there anything wrong with that? No.
Nope.
Because guess why? You like it. It's only a problem if you don't like it. But if you like it, then you don't
Fuck.
really mind spending a whole bunch of money on a game.
See, that's the thing though. How is it a problem if you don't like it? Because you just want to play it.
If you don't like it, yeah, then you have a problem with that. I just want to buy the game.
Oh, yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, no,
honestly, you wouldn't
second
be
one.
buying the game
You wouldn't
already
buy a game
because you don't
anyway.
like it.
I don't care. Yeah, it's like, hey, I don't like this game that's free to play. Okay, let's
Move
just
that
play.
barrel.
Oh.
No.
See, most people love their games getting like updated with new content and shit, and
Yeah.
would be willing to pay for it. Why? Like somebody mentioned earlier, Dragon Ball Fighters and its DLC costs you $150 fucking dollars, but people are fine with it because they like it. I like it.
That did.
Imperium, thank you.
Alright, let's see now play.
Shit.
You guys are gonna beat this game, and we're gonna call it.
Yeah. I'm gonna play Sleepy Time.
We gotta show the chat what they're missing out on with this emulator.
Get fucked.
Not emulator, this fucking.
Simmons, we've done that like 4 times.
We did it once.
No, we didn't. We showed off the cool audio several times.
We got lots of new people here.
You guys have to stop playing now. Then it's like 4:40 in the morning.
Oh shit.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Yeah.
the sun's coming up.